Danny Boy of Fanning, and Chris Tully. At the age of 4, he taped numbers on toy horses and called harness races in his family's living room in Michigan. At age 6, he goes to his first Little Brown Jug in Delaware. As a 10-year-old, he writes a fan letter to the Jug announcer. That would be me. And gives in return a set of the calls of the Jug and the Kentucky Futurity, which he played until they were totally worn out. At 14, he hitchhiked by himself to the Meadows and showed up unannounced at my front door. He stays with me for a week, called some qualifiers. Later that year, I called one of my best buddies in harness racing, Bobby Williams. He got him the job as the announcer at the Clinton County Fair in Wilmington, Ohio. 35 years later, he is one of the top announcers in the sport on its biggest stage. He also heads the broadcasting department at the Meadowlands. He calls the Grand Circuit meet at the Red Mile. Thank God I answered that letter, or I wouldn't have the opportunity to say tonight, welcome to the Communicators Hall of Fame, Sam McKee.
Hey, Sammy.
Boy, a captive audience, a guy who likes to talk in a microphone. You might want to settle in and get ready. Just thank goodness Roger didn't throw those tapes away and not open those letters, because I sent him one every day, I believe. So I certainly appreciate his support. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be standing here today. Like he said, he got me a job announcing at county fairs in Ohio, Clinton County Fair. Also, I got to call a race at the Little Brown Jug when I was 14 in 1976. And for the young guys here, Settlemore and Tetrick and Zocali, we did have mobile starting gates back then, and the drivers did wear helmets. It wasn't that long ago. But it just seems like most of my life I've been in the right place at the right time. And so many opportunities have come my way and doors have opened. I mean, Chris Mackerlane gave me a shot at the Meadowlands, and it's the greatest thing career-wise that ever could have happened for me. And I'm smart enough to know if John Bothy didn't have a meltdown, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now, too. So everything has really worked out well. And in addition to race calling, there's so many other things in track management that I'm so proud of to be involved in. Right now, the international simulcasting is a passion of mine, and we're making good progress there. The video department at the Meadowlands, probably the greatest thing that I feel like I've ever been a part of was the Stanley Dancer tribute, that Bob Hayden's eulogy for Stanley that we put the pictures to and the music. And if you Google it on YouTube, you'll tear up when you watch it again. It's just a wonderful piece, and I'm so proud to be a part of that, which won us a Herbie Award at the Meadowlands. And it's just so cool to think that a guy that I idolized when I was growing up, John Campbell, I could call him up and have a conversation, talk horses with a man of the class and dignity of Emmy Gary. And when my cell phone rings and you look down and you see it's George Siegel, you think, wow, maybe this is all right, maybe I have arrived. So I'd like to introduce my family at my table. My wife, Chris, is here today, and they talk about you know, how your husbands and wives should be best friends. Well, in our case it is. We've been together 32 years. We've had a lot of laughs and a lot of... And when I found out I was inducted into the Hall of Fame, I called her up. I said, you're not going to believe this, but I got into the Hall of Fame. She said, Sam, that's wonderful, and the best thing is you're still alive. That's great support. And we've raised 3 beautiful daughters. Our oldest daughter graduated from the University of Kentucky and now works in Chicago. We have twin girls that are seniors in college. And thanks to Jeff Gorell taking over the Meadowlands, they didn't have to settle for associate's degrees. So that's really good. My dad is here, Al McKee, and he and my grandfather Omer are the ones who got me in harness racing because we raced cheap horses at the Michigan County Fairs. And when I say cheap, I mean cheap. I mean like conformationally pedigree challenge cheap. I counted up one time, we had like 45 or 46 horses. There were only 2 that we paid over $1,000 for, so you know how that was. We had an orange race bike, we had red wheel discs, we couldn't afford back pads, we just cut out foam and used binder twine to tie it to the harnesses. But we had fun. They were fit too, because we jogged them a lot, we trained them 4 trips twice a week, and if they got lame, you just tighten the hobbles up and raise the overcheck and short their legs. And the best was when we tried to qualify at Jackson or Hazel Park or the smaller tracks. You didn't carry a watch, you went all you could go and all you could go at 2:10. It was a great way to get started in harness racing. And my stepmom Teresa is here tonight too. Appreciate them taking the drive down here to join us. My mother-in-law Pam Wilson is here, and her friend Keith. And my mother-in-law was just like our family. Her and her late husband raced horses as a hobby at the Michigan Fairs. And when my wife and I first met, when we were teenagers, her mom and I were in the same race at a county fair in Imlay City, Michigan, and she beat me. Driving 2 heats, and it always comes up at Thanksgiving, and I've never gotten over that. And also tonight, Dwayne and Pat Martin are here. Dwayne was the treasurer at our church when I was growing up in Lake Fenton United Methodist Church. So after the Sunday services, we count the money, and they had a matinee card at Sports Creek. So quite often we head up there, and the statute of limitations is run out, but I think a $20 bill for the collection plate may have faded in the stretch a time or 2. Thanks to Dwayne. So I appreciate you guys coming down today too, and it's wonderful. A shout out to all the award winners, and especially my friend Hollywood Hayden, and he's one of the funniest guys you'll ever meet. And I remember when he started at the Meadowlands, somebody said, "Do you like Sam McKee?" And he said, "Yeah, I do, but how much vanilla ice cream can you eat?" So, Holly, thank you very much. We've got a lot of fun over here. Just want to say thank you to everybody. It's a tremendous honor, and just to be a part of this great sport at the level that we're at here is just a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Be sure you check out page 55 in your journal. Page 55 in your...
Making the presentation